He went on every single major FEMA deployment up until his passing. He went to Hurricane Katrina, Rita, Ike, Gustav. He was even there for 9/11 too, the same day.
I was going to ask you, so 9/11 had a big impact on him.
Yes.
How did you begin to process the grief?
Oh, I did not at first. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. You can't put those broken pieces back together that exact same way.
Right, it'll never be the same, but you can build with it. What's the number one life lesson you learned from him?
That it'll all work out. And trust me, there's been many moments where it feels like it is all crashing down and it is all falling apart. A big purpose in my family is you have to turn a negative into a positive.
Okay.
Somehow.
Hello and welcome to GSF Podcast, sponsored by the Gary Sinise Foundation's Education and Outreach Initiative, aiming to educate the public on the importance of serving America's veterans, first responders, and their families.
Welcome to the Gary Sinise Foundation podcast. I'm your host, Kristen Kampsnyder, and today I'm here with a special member of the GSF family, Richard Moorman. Richard is the surviving child of Los Angeles Fire Department Captain David Moorman, who lost his life in the line of duty in 2017. It's been our honor to support Richard through our Families of Fallen Heroes programming at GSF and to have him here to share his story. Welcome, Richard.
Hi.
I'm excited. All right, to start, tell us a little bit about your dad.
I would say first thing that comes to mind was his favorite saying, "It's all good." So.
Oh, I love that.
So whenever there would always be problems or anything, he just would be like, "All right, buddy, everything's all good. You'll be all right." He always called me buddy. He loved his job.
Did he?
Oh, he loved his job. He finished his career as Captain to David Moorman, but he actually spent most of his career as an AO. Apparatus operator.
Okay.
So he was driving the big, long ladder trucks. And, oh, that guy could drive, I can tell you.
That is technical. I've seen that only on video before, and it is impressive.
Oh, some of the stuff that he did was pretty crazy because oftentimes whenever Malibu would be on fire, he would have to navigate those canyons in that giant long truck.
Right.
So it was pretty crazy, and he had a pretty cool amount of like saves like involving that and just like different things like that. He was honored with the Medal of Valor from the fire department. That was a pretty crazy story too.
Yeah.
I can dive into that.
Wait, we're going to go into that in a little bit. So his personality though seemed very, I mean, if it's all good, it's like he's always kind of level.
He was very laid back, easygoing. He had that special ability to make everybody feel like you were his best friend. And
that is a magic.
And he truly loved his job. He loved the beach. He loved his family. And some of my favorite moments with him were when we would go to the river.
Okay. In California?
No, so
Like there are rivers?
no, we would always go out to the to the Colorado River. My family has gone out there for generations, and it's kind of like our home away from home. Like, it's my personal happy place.
I love that.
Because just go there. There's no cell service. There's no Wi-Fi.
Yes, I love that.
You kind of just unplug for a bit, and it's truly special place for me.
Okay, well, we will go into more of the favorite moments too, but my dad is, he was a veteran first, and then he was a first responder pretty much my whole life. So I can relate in a way with you with just growing up with that kind of, that thorough line, you know, and so for me, I'll share that I don't think I ever really noticed, like it wasn't as prominent knowing that he was that until later in life. But for you, did you know?
No.
You didn't? See?
No,
right?
not at all.
Yeah.
For me, it was just like, oh, we're going to the fire station for like Christmas or Thanksgiving. And my first thought would be like, oh, the food.
I agree. I know this. And they had dang good food.
Yeah, those firefighters can cook.
I love that. Did it change though over time?
Well, when I started getting a little older, my dad, he had always asked me to do ride-alongs with him.
Okay.
And the first time I ever did it, it was at Fire Station 77s in Sunland Valley. And that day, I totally fell in love with firefighting and just the whole culture more itself, because it truly is a family. And you're also having fun while you're doing all your work, and you're surrounded by these amazing people. I remember there was a moment in the evening where we hadn't had a call in a while. And it was like suspiciously long. So I'm just sitting down in bed, and it's late in the evening. I'm like, there's got to be a call coming soon. So I'm delaying putting off a shower for a while. And I finally get in there. I'm standing. I'm like, it's going to happen now. The second that I put the shampoo in my head,
You knew.
I hear that. Brrr.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh no. I throw on my clothes. I sprint across that station.
Soapy hair?
Oh, soapy hair and everything. I slide down the fire pole, and they're about to pull out of that apparatus bay. And they just open up the door, and they're like, get in. I just dive in head first. And they're like, where were you? And I was like, I was in the shower.
Obviously. So he did bring you along to kind of open your eyes to see a little bit of like the realities of, you know, his service and what he was doing. Okay. Was there ever a moment when you realized, like, you truly understood like the weight of it?
I wouldn't say that happened more until after he passed. I had done some work with my local fire department as a cadet, so I was able to see a bit of the day-to-day life after I did that first ride-along with my dad. And that was my first little inkling into kind of the type of work that he did. And he had a large resume of certifications where he went on every single major FEMA deployment up until his passing. He went to Hurricane Katrina, Rita, Ike, Gustav. He was even there for 9/11 too, the same day.
I was going to ask you, so 9/11 had a big impact on him.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that.
So leading up to it, before my dad even left, I was 1 year old at the time, and so my mom's there with my dad at, I believe it was March Air Force Base. And so she's got me on her hip and my older sister next to her, and there's all these lawyers telling her to sign all these papers saying to not sue the government if anything happens to him, because he was in the only plane flying up in the air at the time, and they were escorted by 2 jets on each side. They were told if they made a single wrong turn, they were going to get shot down, actually. And so
I got chills.
Yeah. And so he was like, you need to sign all this stuff. So he was like, I need to go. They need me. I need to go. And so he ended up working the pile there for a while, and because of how large of amount of loss that they experienced, they couldn't staff their own fire stations. So,
Oh, right.
yeah, he ended up working at one of the fire stations he worked on, specifically Truck 1 for FDNY, for about a month, and that's where I got this
That's
jacket
your
from.
jacket.
Yeah, that was his jacket that he wore there. And so he was there for about a month, a little over a month.
Wow, a month away from his family, his basically a baby, his two kids, and for a month working the pile. My goodness. How did it impact you?
Most of his deployments were when I was younger. Like when he was gone at Hurricane Katrina. I remember it. I was still young, elementary school. I just was more like, when's Dad gonna be home? I miss him. Because he was gone for about a month again too.
Yeah.
Because he was on body recovery for Katrina. He had always wanted to go to New Orleans, but after that he never wanted to go back, and understandably so, honestly.
Oh yeah, it must have. I mean, left it. Yeah, no, changed. I want to touch on that actually. As a child, him returning. Did you ever notice? Did you notice it on him?
When my dad would get back from the fire station, he always had a routine to kind of transition from work to home.
Okay.
Usually that was, he would just go out into the backyard and he just would skim and sweep the pool. We would kind of just let him be out there for those 20 minutes and just let him have his time, because he did a very good job at not bringing work home to affect his family, at least as far as I could see.
He was Dad.
Yeah, he was Dad.
He was just
exactly.
Dad.
It was when he was going away to work when we were little, we'd grab onto his legs and we'd be like, don't go, just begging him not to leave.
I love that. Do you have a favorite memory?
Ooh. I would say probably my favorite memory with him would be at the river. So, my family, as I said before, we had been going there for a long time. And so we have a house right there on the river, and then across the street is a gas station. And so we would always go to Max's and get the Toll House ice cream sandwiches.
Absolutely.
And we would always just walk up the street there, grab those ice cream sandwiches, walk back, and then we'd sit right down next to the water with our feet and just enjoy those ice cream sandwiches as they would melt all over us.
Perfect.
So those moments are probably my favorite.
Yeah. Just at peace and just enjoying
Exactly.
nature. I love that. What's the number one life lesson you learned from him?
That'll all work out. And trust me, there's been many moments where it feels like it is all crashing down and it is all falling apart. A big purpose in my family is you have to turn a negative into a positive.
Okay.
Somehow. Even with the loss of my dad, a big thing for me is getting involved and helping members in our community that have experienced loss, help them get through where I once was.
Yeah.
And
Pay it forward.
the GSF has done an amazing job at giving me that opportunity to do that.
And that's always been ingrained in the family, you think?
Oh yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, service and sacrifice has been something that's been in the Moorman family for a long time, and on my mom's side too. So very proud of the men and women in my family. I am surrounded by a lot of special people. My mom, so smart, so powerful, she got her degree again not that long ago.
Congratulations, Mom.
Yeah,
that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love how proud you are of her too.
Oh yeah, it was. I was hollering for her at her graduation.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so good.
I was so proud of her to see her go back to school and complete it. And it was funny when she first got started with school. COVID had just hit.
Oh, goodness.
And she wasn't so good on computers, so I'd be in bed asleep, and she'd come banging on my door, be like, Richard!
Professor Richard!
It's 11:58. My assignment's due in 1 minute. How do I submit it? And I'm just trying to get the sleep out of my eyes.
Oh.
She's like, I made cookies for you in elementary school for your class. You owe me.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you're just helping Mom through. It's good.
Oh no, that was all her. She did all that work, so I just would help her hit submit. That's it.
Amazing. Okay, so I want to talk about, so you were 16 when he passed away.
Yes.
You're like right on the cusp of adulthood.
Yes. Yeah, so it was February 5th, Super Bowl Sunday. Today.
Super Bowl Sunday. February 5th.
Yes. Today.
Today.
Yes.
Today's the anniversary.
Oh. So, yeah. I was, like you said, just getting to know my father as a man rather than a son.
Okay. That's very different.
Very much so. Luckily for me, leading up to his passing, and I will forever say I'm very grateful for this, he'd always say that he was proud of me as his son and the man I was and the man I was becoming. So that was and is something that I kind of fall back on. And it's always nice to see those moments and hear those moments from the men and women that my dad worked with, where they'd say, just, I don't know, we're like, you make your dad proud. And so.
You do. Yeah. How did you begin to process the grief?
Oh, I did not at first. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. That day that he passed, like I said, it was Super Bowl Sunday. So the Super Bowl party ended up turning into the gathering where everybody just congregated after. And over and over and over again, these firefighters were coming up to me saying, you're the man of the house now. It's your job to take care of your mom. You have to take care of the house. This is all your responsibility. So I didn't really deal with the grief or face it at all for a while. I was kind of in that middle point of like, I'm 16. It's like I'm now starting to become an adult and a man, but I'm also still a kid at the same time.
Right.
So I didn't start that grieving process for a while, and I wouldn't say that you're ever finished grieving.
No.
It all comes in waves. I definitely dealt with a lot through it all. I blamed myself for his passing for years. I bore that responsibility rightfully so.
Absolutely.
And I wasn't the kindest to myself for a long period, and that's still something that I'm working on today, is to be a better person to myself. Something that I've been trying to do is treat yourself like how you would your lover.
Yep.
And so that's something I've been trying to do more for myself and to help become more the person I would like to be.
Yeah. That's very wise. That's a big growth, like that, to notice that, to have the awareness.
Oh, everything has to come crashing down in order for that to happen. Trust me. Trust me.
You've learned, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Learned, experienced, and I'm happy to have been able to get involved and help out with other families.
Yeah.
I would say one of the things that was more recent that I felt was more therapeutic, but also a gift at the same time, was I had the opportunity to speak at a Moms and Sons event this year with the GSF. And those young men, some of them had lost their father same age I did, most of them much younger. And most people, they think, oh, I wish I could have told myself this back then. I had that moment with those young men. And it was special to be able to tell them what I wish I knew back then. And like I said, it goes back to being kind to yourself and give yourself a chance.
Absolutely.
Not saying that you won't fall, take a step back, that doesn't mean you fail or anything, but give yourself that chance at least.
Gary always says that service is a great healer, and it sounds very much what you're describing. And I think you've touched on this, so would you say that the grief journey has changed over time?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because it starts out with like, oh, I'll ask Dad when he gets home where this is. Or, can I show you this? To like, okay, how do I figure this out? To, damn, I wish he was here. And to kind of just like post life. I would say you can't go back to the life that you had before. You just can't. That's not possible. At that Moms and Sons event, one of the other incredible women that I met, she said something I found extremely wise. It was an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Because you're now broken down to the foundation. Turn yourself into that person that you want to be or that you wish you can be. You can't put those broken pieces back together that exact same way.
Right, it'll never be the same, but you can build with it.
Exactly.
How interesting. Very wise. Very, it's like a mosaic.
Exactly. I don't know what it's called, but I'm not sure if it's Japanese, Chinese. I know it's Asian culture where they would have like a broken plate and they would put it back together and it would have like gold seams into it. And it still creates a beautiful piece of art in the end. It's not the same as what it was, but it's still beautiful.
Still beautiful, yeah. Do you think your dad was honored after his death?
Yes, most definitely. From his passing initially, there was an immense amount of support. At his funeral had something like 1,500 people attend.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. They said it would be like over 3,000 people if we had waited to host on a weekend. So every one of those departments that my dad served with sent someone there to honor my dad, Captain Moorman. And I would say the GSF has had a big part in continuously letting me know that my dad's not forgotten. Because I know many families, you have all that support initially.
Right,
and
exactly.
Other people, their lives move on, which is fine. It's not their dad, honestly. And it's not their loss in the same way that's my loss or my mom's loss. We all experience a very different loss. The GSF made sure that what my dad did wasn't ever for nothing. That those blood, sweat, and tears, they aren't forgotten, and that is something that I feel like many families feel like they experience that with their loved one. And I'm grateful for that.
It's our honor to do that.
One area was the Remembrance Garden at the Snowball Express. I had the opportunity to go into it for the very first time this past December.
It's impactful to see. So can you describe first, before you say to our listeners, because they don't know what that is, what is the Remembrance Garden?
The Remembrance Garden is a room. It's this giant room where it's filled with American flags. But there is one for every single family there that has experienced a loss. And they have their name, what they did for work, their agency, and the day they passed. And when you go in, you can walk along the path, seeing all these flags. And when I went in there, the room was empty. I went pretty late into the event, so
there were no other families around. Okay,
there was no other families around.
Okay.
But you could see along the ground there of every single flag, little notes from the families. And I won't lie, that wrecked me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I definitely had to take a moment in there. That wrecked me. The things that got to me most were, and the little kid handwriting in like crayon, saying, "Daddy, I miss you. I hope you're doing all right in heaven," or "I hope to see you soon." And even now it's, and when I was in there, I definitely took a moment where I sat down in front of my dad's flag and had a conversation with him for first time in a while. Usually whenever I would have those conversations, it would be a lot of whys. Like, why did you leave? Why did this happen? I was angry at God for a long time. And that's still a relationship I'm working on. But that was a time in which I could just give him a little update on like how things are going, like with school, family, and things like that. Like, oh, the water heater blew at home.
Just giving him, just talking to Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It was like, oh yeah, flooded the garage a little bit. So called in a couple favors to be able to help Mom out.
Of course you would update Dad on the water heater. Oh, I love that.
So.
And he just connecting with him.
It was nice to be able to just have a conversation and sit there on the ground and kind of connect with them in that way, rather than in those vulnerable moments, kind of just felt safe and felt right to kind of just sit there and start that conversation.
Yeah, I love that.
And you see that with so many families that attend, where they take that moment, they have pride in their loved one. And they know that their loss isn't forgotten either.
That's important. Do you still have ties to the firefighter community?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so like it doesn't stop.
No.
They're family.
Yes. In my case, I definitely have like 10 plus different guys I can call right now, where I could be like, hey Ray, hey Randy, hey Ray, and they will
all the Rays.
I know, that was confusing when I was little.
They're like, I got you.
And so many other incredible people that my dad worked with as well, where I know if I'm in trouble in LA, I can just knock on the firehouse door and be like, hey, I need some help, and they'll let me in and they'll see whatever they can do. And every single time they're like, oh, do you want some dinner? Do you want some food?
Yeah.
And so I'm happy about that.
Yes. Always.
Oh yeah.
Do you think your family was honored?
At what point specific? In what way?
I would say immediately after and through. You touched on on GSF, but maybe before that.
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the department itself, they did a private flag ceremony for my family at his last post at 96's. And they've done like other events. They have a special widows support group that was started by a couple very special people. One in particular that stands out is Diane Vigil and Valerie. Diane, I grew very close to through the whole grieving process because there's these different walls throughout the U.S. that honor our heroes. Like LA City, they have their own wall for their fallen, Sacramento, Colorado, and there's one national wall as well. And so I had the opportunity to attend those ceremonies. They're beautiful, amazing ceremonies. And the community that forms around them is incredible. And Diane, she passed recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And whenever I think of her, I always think of this bright smile. And I know that her work too with the LAFD is going to carry on to continue to help the families with the LAFD. And because unfortunately, I hate to see it every single year, but with it being a larger department, there is inevitably like more loss they experience. And so,
but her legacy lives on.
Exactly. She has an amazing legacy, and I feel blessed to have met somebody like her in my life.
Good.
So I would definitely say that different departments and organizations do an amazing job at honoring the fire service and their sacrifice.
As you deserve. How did you hear about the Gary Sinise Foundation?
So my mom had actually been following the Gary Sinise Foundation for a while prior to them serving first responders. Specifically, I remember I was getting ready for bed one night, brushed my teeth, all that, and she just jumps up out of nowhere saying, "We're going to Disney World."
Great words.
I just go, huh? I'm like, where's this coming from?
Is this real? Am I dreaming?
And she explains to me Gary Sinise Foundation now serves first responders. And honestly, I'm thinking like, okay, it'll be a cool little trip, go to Disney World, come back. And the GSF has a special way in honoring your loved one every step of the way. Like with the Remembrance Garden, there's patches, there's a whole patch room where they have every single agency, and they do all these other special little things. And it was one of those moments in which I felt like I could finally just be a kid again. So that was super special and super cool.
Can you touch on that, be a kid again? So when you're at home, you feel like maybe a pressure to be maybe more, there's more of a, I don't know how to explain that, but it's like you feel like you just...
More of like a responsibility.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like we were saying before, it was 16 when he passed. I turned 17 within a month, and so it was like, okay, I'm a kid, but I'm not at the same time.
Right.
And being able to just go to Disney and just have fun where it's like, nope, I don't have any responsibilities. I can just be a kid again for the first time in forever.
I love that. I love that you just felt just relief in a way. And it gives you time to feel all the feelings, you know, joy and fun, but also feel the grief and feel, you know, around other people who are just who were just like you.
Exactly. That's something special that the GSF does. They do an amazing job in not just being a organization that's like, oh, we're putting this on. No, they do an amazing job at facilitating a community where
that's important.
You're surrounded with many different types of individuals and families where you don't only just meet fire or police and other first responders. You also interact with military families as well. And at the end of the day, we all experienced loss.
Yep.
I've had the opportunity to also go on young adult trips before.
Okay.
Those, awesome, let me say.
We're getting it right?
Yes. Oh, 100%.
I want to touch on those, but I do want to ask you first, when did you first meet Gary?
First time I met Gary was about a year ago now. It was with the speaker cohort. I had the opportunity to come here for some training, check out headquarters here at the GSF. And I got to speak to Gary for 5 minutes. And a lot of people, they ask, like, since I've gotten more involved with the foundation, like, have you met Gary? What's he like?
I get that all the time.
Exactly. And the first thing I always say is, he's not one of those people where it's just his name on a foundation and he's just doing his own thing. No, he's actually involved. And the second thing I always say is, he's the exact type of person you would want to be running a foundation or a nonprofit. The man truly does care.
Yeah.
And he cares deeply. He's been ingrained in the first responder community and military community for so many years, coming from a family of service. And I've interacted with him twice now. The second time was this past Disney snowball event, and it was cool to be able to give him a little update on everything that's going on. And for me, I'm from the Los Angeles area, and he lived out there for a while before the GSF moved from LA to out here to the Nashville area. So it was kind of funny where it was like, okay, we live 20 minutes away from each other.
You're in my neck of the woods, you know? Like, I like that.
But he truly does care. And he has a big heart.
Oh, yeah.
And I know he's impacted thousands, tens of thousands, probably millions of people at this point, countless. And I feel grateful to even have a couple minutes to meet him.
But you matter, you know? Your story and you updating him, that's what matters. Like, that's what matters the most to him. Can you shine a light on the disconnect kids feel with their peers in school? Like those who have experienced loss.
Oh, yeah. So first off, the loss of a parent is massive for any kid. But it's also a little different too when it's a first responder or military, because everything's a lot more public. Like, press gets involved, everybody kind of knows in kind
For
of the
first
community.
responder.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it's like, oh, you're the kid with the dead dad.
Oh, man.
You don't really ever meet anybody else that's like you. A lot of people, they kind of compare the loss to like, oh, divorce, but
No.
And these young adult trips, it really truly does bring together like these young men and women to really let you know that you're not the only one out there. That where it's like, oh, you experienced your loss just like how I did. Your story and mine are pretty similar.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny as you get involved with the community more and more. A lot of these men and women, specifically the men, firefighters, first responders, or military, they're all pretty similar with their easygoing attitude.
Yep. The humor.
Yeah, the humor. And that's something else too with the young adult community. Our humor, amazing.
You guys, there's very understanding of each other, I'm sure.
Oh,
the communication styles are very strong.
Yes. Yes. But it's such a cool moment to be able to be like, okay, it's not just me out there.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Exactly. So I've met a bunch of incredible people where once again, I can call them up right now and they'd be like, hey, Rich, what's up?
I got you. Okay, so you've touched on this, the Gary Sinise Foundation Young Adult Program. Can you share more of what that is?
So the GSF, they will host different events all over the country. For me, I've personally had the opportunity to go to New Orleans, Nashville. I went to the Hot Air Balloon Festival in New Mexico not that long ago too.
Ooh.
Oh, bucket list item.
I've seen photos only, and they are incredible.
Bucket list item.
Oh, wow.
100%.
And this is with other children have fallen, but they're now over 18.
Yes. Yeah, so it's, they host two different kinds of events where it's community events are 18 and up, and then they do national events that are longer, and let me say their schedule, packed. But you're doing
We keep you busy.
Oh, yeah, when you go to bed, you are tired.
There are no extracurriculars.
No,
you will
but
sleep.
you do some cool stuff. Like when I was in Nashville, we got to make cowboy hats. That was one of the first things that we did. And the hats, they're nice. They're nice. Cowboy hats. We did glass blowing, another bucket list item for me.
I love it.
So you don't know what's going on. They're like, all right, get on the bus.
It's all a surprise.
Oh yeah, the most that they'll do is they'll give you a little itinerary with hints on it for you to figure it out. But you won't figure them all out. They do a good job. And you get to have some fun. But they always, like I said before, they really do honor your loved one every step of the way. When I finished my trip to New Orleans, we were at our last dinner where we were learning how to cook some local dishes. And when you're in New Orleans, at the street crossings on the sidewalk, there's these little tiles there that say what street you're on. And they've been there for who knows how long. But when we showed up to the last dinner, they had all these signs lined up that they had special custom made for us with our loved ones' last names on it. So that's at home now, hanging up next to his jacket and a few other awards that he received. And so even when you're there having a fun time, you all also recognize you're all there for the same reason.
Yep.
We've all experienced that same loss. So naturally those conversations do happen where you can't really have them with anybody else. You can't have them with your mom, your dad, your uncle, family. But them, they experience the same thing, and
Yeah.
so they understand in a different way that nobody else can.
They relate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can you share with our listeners about the storyteller workshops?
Oh, yes. So this is something I have been pushing my own mom to do for a while now.
Okay.
I think there's something powerful about speaking your story, something about owning it. This is my experience. This is what I went through. And I feel like you are diving into those places where you might be scared to do that or do that alone. And we help you get there. You don't have to go there if you don't want to. That's fine. We're never going to make you do anything you don't want to do. But we're going to encourage you to speak your truth, be true to yourself.
Yeah.
And part of the reason why I really want my mom to go is these people, they walk out of that workshop with some incredibly powerful takeaways.
Yeah.
Where they say at the end, it's okay for them to be happy. That them being happy doesn't mean that they don't care about their loved one anymore. That being happy doesn't dishonor them or their loss. That they would want them to continue to live life and be happy. And I want that for my mom.
Yeah, the healing.
Exactly.
That's really true healing in a way. I mean, it's so interesting that you say that, because there is a level where holding on to the grief, and it's almost like it's an emotion, you have to have this sadness with it, but then to move through that to where you can actually feel joy. And that's so interesting you touch on, like, the joy brings guilt.
Because it's like, why should I be happy? Obviously, I can't speak for my mom or any of these men or women. But just from what I've heard is, why should I be happy? I lost the love of my life. How can I ever be happy again? This feels wrong that I'm happy without having my person there next to me. And so in that sense, I can understand that.
The way you talk about being at these workshops and helping, it's you have such a servant's heart. Why is it important for you to give back?
Like I was saying before, you have to turn a negative into a positive.
It's that family. It's that,
Exactly. I want to be able to help out those families that were where I once was. And obviously, I'm still not finished myself, but even if I can help one family, one person, that's a plus for me.
Yeah. What do you think families of fallen heroes need most?
I think the families of fallen heroes, what they need most is their community. Not only from their department or organization or military in which they experience their loss from, but also those people that experience loss too. That same community that the GSF helps facilitate with all these young adults, these young men, these young women, children, and widows and widowers. They do an amazing job at helping create that here, where even with my mom, some of the widows and stuff I've met through all my interactions here, I'm like, you and my mom would be best friends. I'm like, I'm giving you my mom's number, call her. And she's talked to some of them like regularly. And I think as long as you have that community that you can fall back on when things get tough, but somebody you can also call when things are good.
Very important. The balance, the both sides. Okay, what could we do better?
That's a tough question.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. I would say, think about the different stages in which people are in for their lives. Like, think about, for example, like moms or dads where kids are now away from college.
Yeah.
Where, okay, this was supposed to be fun time together, like kids have left the coop and now we can finally have our time together again for the moms and dads. But
Yeah.
obviously, dad's not there anymore, so it's like, what do I do now? So
Okay, we do actually have something for that.
really,
We do.
but that's like an example.
It's
of
called
like,
the empty nesters. And it's a tough time for the parents of fallen because they really, their connection is really like the kids in the house and the comfort of that. And then when they're gone, it is a very difficult time. And there's families who have experienced that. There's parents who have kind of been through that, and then there's the ones who are new. And so we want to make sure that they're I love that you're thinking that way.
So
Yeah.
I think more just like each stage of like how everything goes to be able to just help out as like you grow as a person and you experience that grief differently, but also we've talked about grief obviously a lot and the loss, but also like ways to help celebrate the good times too.
Yes.
I think would be important to help get involved with those types of things as well.
I love it. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here, Richard, and for sharing your story. And it's just been such a special treat to honor your dad. And we will never forget.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as we do with every podcast episode, Mac will close out the show.
You've been listening to GSF Podcast, the official podcast of the Gary Sinise Foundation. If you'd like to find out more about what the foundation is up to, or if you'd like to make a donation, please visit GarySiniseFoundation.org. Make sure to tune in next time for more interviews, and thanks for joining us.